Dear friends, it's really important and necessary for us to know the sins in our bloodline. What I mean in our bloodline, I mean the sins that, are prevalent, are common in your family. For example, you're a man now, right? And the men in your family, in your bloodline, did not treat women right. They abused women. They were adulterers. They were people who verbally abused women, physically abused women, things like that. And you as an individual, you grow up and you don't even know what your relationship was with your mom. You just know your mom was there and, maybe she cried sometimes, but you don't really know. Now, have you ever heard of something called the sins of your fathers? So basically, what it means is the sins that are prevalent in your bloodline, in your generation. As Christians, as believers, we should know the sins of our blood, what's in our bloodline. Some of you have incest. Some of you have adultery. Some of us have all these things, and we don't know that we have to be intentional about breaking these curses. We have to pray in the name of Jesus to break and loose ourselves from these curses. Why? Because a lot of our forefathers in the past generations dabbled into the occult. And as a result of that, there's a curse that goes on that family. You can read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 9. God says, I will visit the children, the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations. So this is a generational thing if your family has dabbled into the occult. So what you need to do is to be intentional and say, okay, if my bloodline, in my bloodline, they never treated women right, they abused women, they were adulterers, you have to make up your mind and say, it stops with me. I will not do this. I will not let it happen. And you have to be conscious and intentional of breaking that curse. Just because you gave your life to Christ is not enough. You must be intentional about breaking those curses that are in your bloodline. That goes for women as well. That goes for women. If your mom, if in your bloodline, the women are chaste men, are very loose women, you have to be intentional to break those curses. It goes for men and women. So I want to encourage you to be intentional and know the sins of your fathers and break those curses today. It is very important that you break those curses so you can